So students, let's do unitary method from ratio and proportion exercise 10F. So this is on page number 125. We are with question 8. The cost of a dozen identical articles is rupees 672. What will be the cost of 18 such articles? So let's begin. So we will start with this question. The question here, the cost, we are supposed to find the cost. So let our statements start with this part of the question. Cost of a dozen articles, dozen means 12. 12 articles is given to us as rupees 672. Now we need to find the cost of one article. Okay, so unitary method means that first you need to find the cost of one article by dividing. So let's divide 672 by 12. So let's do that division. 672 divided by 12. So let's take 67. So that is 12 fives are 60 minus 7. I bring down 2. Now I have 72. 12 sixes are 72. So we minus there. So here we've got the cost of one article. So what is the cost of one article? 56 rupees. So let's write that down. So now that we know the cost of one article, we can easily find the cost of 18 articles by multiplying. So cost of one article is 56 rupees. If I multiply this by 18, I will get the cost of 18 articles. So let's multiply 56 by 18. 8 6 are 48, carry 4. 8 5s are 40 plus 4, 44. Second step, 1 6 are 6, 1 5s are 5. Plus 8, 4 plus 6 is 10, carry 1. 4 plus 1 is 5, 5 plus 5 is 10. So I've got 1008. So I have found the cost of 18 articles to be 1008. So we've been asked to find the cost of 18 articles and we found it to be rupees 1008. Question 9. A car covers a distance of 180 kilometers in 5 hours. How much distance will the car cover in 3 hours with the same speed? So again here they've asked us how much distance. They're talking about the distance. So our statements also can start with that. So distance covered in 5 hours has been given to us. That is 180 kilometers. Now we've been asked to find how much the car will cover in 3 hours. So we need to find for 1 hour first. So distance covered in 1 hour will be 180 kilometers divided by 5 hours. So when you divide this, you will get to know how much the car covered in 1 hour. So let's divide 180 by 5. 18 I'll take, so 5 threes are 15 minus 3 zeros, so that's 30. 5 sixes are 30 minus we've got 0. So now we know that the car will cover 36 kilometers in 1 hour. So now we can easily find the distance it will cover in 3 hours. So distance covered in 3 hours will be distance covered in 1 hour by 3 hours. So when you multiply this, you will know how many kilometers it has covered. So let's multiply 36 into 3. 3 sixes are 18, carry 1. 3 threes are 9, plus 1, 10. 108. So the distance covered by the car in 3 hours is 108 kilometers. Now let's go to the second part of the question. How much time will the car take to cover 54 kilometers with the same speed? So this time we are asked to find the time. So time taken to cover 180 kilometers is already given in the question, the first part. It is 5 hours. So 180 kilometers is 5 hours. So 1 kilometer. Time taken to cover 1 kilometer will be 5 hours divided by 180 kilometers. So let's do that division. 5 hours divided by 180 kilometers. I can write this as a fraction and reduce this to the lowest term. Now I'm doing this to make my work easier. So here I can divide both by 5. So 5 ones are 5. Now we have to divide 180 by 5. So let's do that division here by 5. I have 18, 5 threes are 15 minus 3 0 30, 5 sixes are 30. So here I have 36, 1 by 36. So that is the time taken to cover 1 kilometer. That is 1 by 36 of an hour. This is the time taken. This is for 1 kilometer. Now we have to find the time taken to cover 54 kilometers. That will be the time taken to cover 1 kilometer, which is 1/36 of an hour, multiplied by 54 kilometers. So let's multiply 1 by 36 into 54. I can cancel 36 and 54 both by 9, isn't it? 9 fours are 36 and 9 sixes are 54. I can still cancel both by 2. 2 twos are 4, 2 threes are 6. So what do I have there? I have 3 by 2. So here the time taken to cover 54 kilometers is 3 by 2 hours, or now I can reduce this to the lowest term to make it a decimal number. It's already in the lowest term. I can make it a decimal number. So let me divide 3 by 2. 2 ones are 2 minus 1. I can continue my division by putting a point there and carrying that point up, and I can put a 0 which I can bring down. Now I have 10 and 2 fives are 10 minus 0. So what do I have here? 1.5. So that is 1.5 hours. Time taken to cover 54 kilometers will be 1.5 hours. So this was the question and we found the answer, 1.5 hours. Question 10. If it has rained 276 centimeters in the last 3 days, how many centimeters of rain will fall in 1 week? And 1 week is given as 7 days, as we know. Now what are we asked to find? Centimeters of rain that falls. So how many centimeters of rain? So we're talking about the rainfall. Rainfall in 3 days is 276 centimeters. So we need to find for 1 day. That will be 276 centimeters divided by 3 days. So 276 divided by 3. Now let's do that. 27. That is 3 nines are 27 minus, we bring down 6. 3 twos are 6. So we've got 0 there. So now we have found the rainfall in 1 day was 92 centimeters. This is for 1 day. Now we have to find for 1 week. That is 7 days. So that will be the rainfall in 1 day multiplied by the number of days, that is 7 days. So let's multiply 92 into 7. 7 twos are 14, carry 1. 7 nines are 63 plus 1, 64. So here we've got 644 centimeters. So this is our answer. The rainfall in 1 week is 644 centimeters. Question 11. Cost of 10 kg of wheat is given. 10 kg of wheat is given as rupees 180. We've been asked to find the cost of 18 kg. So whatever we are asked to find, let your statements begin with that. So cost of 10 kg of wheat is rupees 180. Now we must find the cost of 1 kg of wheat. That is rupees 180 divided by 10 kg. So let's divide 180 divided by 10. We can write it as a fraction to make our work easier. This is 18 by 1, which is simply 18. So cost of 1 kg of wheat is rupees 18. So now that we know the cost of 1 kg of wheat, we can find the cost of 18 kgs of wheat, which we've been asked to find. So cost of 18 kg will be cost of 1 kg into 18. So now we have to multiply. Now this is 18 kg. Let's multiply 18 into 18. 8 8s are 64, carry 6. 8 ones are 8 plus 6 is 14. Second step, 1 eights are 8, 1 eights are 1 ones are 1. So plus 4, 4 plus 8 is 12, carry 1, 1, 2, 3. So I've got 324 as the cost of 18 kgs of wheat. So what is the cost here? Rupees 324. This is for 18 kgs of wheat. Now the second part of the question. What quantity of wheat can be purchased for 432 rupees? So here we've been asked to find the quantity of wheat that can be purchased. So let's begin. Quantity of wheat that can be purchased for 180 rupees was 10 kgs. Isn't it? This was given to us in the question. For 180 rupees, you can get 10 kg. So for 1 rupee, how much will you get? We have to divide 10 kg by 180 rupees. So let's do that. So that is 10 divided by 180. Let's cancel. So what is left is 1 by 18. So how much of wheat will you get? You will get 1 by 18 kg of wheat for 1 rupee. Now we have been asked to find how much you can get for 432 rupees. So quantity of wheat that can be purchased for 432 rupees will be, how much will you get for 1 rupee? You'll get 1 by 18 kg. This we have to multiply by 432 rupees. So let's multiply 1 by 18 into 432. 1 by 18 into 432. So here let's multiply 432 into 1 is 432 divided by 18. So let's divide 432 by 18. So 432 divided by 18 will take 43. 18 twos are 36 minus 3 minus 6 you can't do, so you need to borrow. So here 13 minus 6 is 7 and then 2. Now 72. 18 fours are 72. So here what do we have? Our answer is 24. So for 432 rupees, you can get 24 kg of wheat. So this is our answer. We've been asked to find how much of wheat you can get if you give 432 rupees. Now we know that you can get 24 kg of wheat. Question 12. Rohit buys 10 pens for 150 rupees. Manoj buys 14 pens for 168 rupees. The question is, who got the pens cheaper? Who paid less? Now when you look at the amounts, you can't make out because Rohit bought 10 and Manoj bought 14. So what we have to do is find how much each of them spent for 1 pen. So let's begin. Amount Rohit pays for 10 pens is given to us as 150 rupees. So now we can find how much he paid for 1 pen. That will be 150 rupees divided by 10. So we have to divide these two. 150 divided by 10, we'll put it as a fraction. Cancel. What we have is 15 by 1, which is 15 rupees. So Rohit paid 15 rupees for 1 pen. Now let's find out how much Manoj paid. Amount Manoj pays for 14 pens is rupees 168. Now let's find out how much he paid for 1 pen. That will be 168 rupees divided by, he bought 14 pens. So divided by 14. Let's do this division. 168 divided by 14 will be 14 twos. Ones are 14 minus 2, you bring down 8, I have 28 now. 14 twos are 28. So now we've got our answer as 12. That means Manoj spent 12 rupees for 1 pen. So as you can see, Rohit spent 15 rupees and Manoj spent 12 rupees. So who's the one who got the pens cheaper? Manoj is the one who got the pens cheaper. So our answer is Manoj got the pens cheaper because for each pen he paid only 12 rupees. So he got the pens cheaper. Whereas Rohit paid 15 rupees for each pen. Question 13. A tree 24 meters high casts a shadow of 15 meters. At the same time, another tree casts a shadow of 6 meters. Now we must find the height of the second tree. So let's start our statement with this. We have to find the height. So the height of a tree that casts a shadow of 15 meters is already given to us. This is the first one. The height of the first tree is 24 meters. Now, the height of a tree that casts a shadow of 1 meter, how much will that be? That will be 24 meters divided by 15 meters. That will be the height of the tree which can cast a shadow of 1 meters. So let's divide 24 by 15. Let's divide both by a common factor, and the common factor here is 3. So let's divide both by 3 and see what we get. 3 eighths are 24 and 3 fives are 15. So we'll leave it as 8 by 15. So what is the height of a tree that will cast a shadow of 1 meter? It will be 8 by 5. 8 by 5 meters. Now that we know the height of a tree that can cast a shadow of 1 meter, we can find the height of a tree that casts a shadow of 6 meters. So 1 meter is 8.5 meters, the height of the tree. So if we have to find the height of a tree that casts a shadow of 6 meters, we multiply this with 6 meters. So here we have 8 by 5 into 6. So let's do that. 8 by 5 into 6. Now there's nothing that we can cancel, so we'll multiply the numerators. 8 sixes are 48 divided by 5. So this is division of 48 by 5. Let's do it here. 48, so 5 nines are 45 minus 3. Now I can continue my division by putting a point, carry that point up, put a 0, bring that 0 down. Now I have 30. 5 sixes are 30. So we have finished our division there. So what do we have there? 9.6. We've got 9.6. So the height of the second tree is 9.6 meters. So let's write that down. The second tree, we've been asked to find the height of the second tree. So the second tree is 9.6 meters. So this is our answer. Question 14. A loaded truck travels 18 kilometers in 25 minutes. If the speed remains the same, how far will it travel in 5 hours? So what are we asked to find? How far? That means we are talking about the distance. So let's begin. Distance traveled by a truck in 25 minutes is given to us as 18 kilometers. So let's write that down. 18 kilometers. Now we need to find how far the truck will travel in 1 minute. So distance traveled by the truck in 1 minute will be 18 kilometers divided by 25 minutes. So let's do this division. Now if you take 18 by 25, as you can see, this can't be reduced further. So we will leave it as 18 by 25. Because it's a distance, we write kilometers. So distance traveled by the truck in 1 minute is 18 by 25 kilometers. Distance traveled by the truck in 5 hours is what we need to find out. Now, as you can see, the unit here is different. Here it is hours, whereas in the first statement we have minutes. In the second statement also we have minute. So we need to convert hours to minutes. So we know that 1 hour is equal to 60 minutes. So therefore 5 hours. 5 hours is equal to 60 into 5. So 5 zeros are 0, 5 6 are 30. So that is 300 minutes. So we are going to find the distance traveled by the truck in 300 minutes. So now the units are the same for all 3 statements. So distance traveled by the truck in 300 minutes will be distance traveled in 1 minute, that is 18 by 25 kilometers into 300 minutes. So we need to multiply and calculate here. So let's multiply 18 by 25 into 300. Now we can cancel. I can cancel 25 and 300 both by 25 itself. 25 ones are 25. Now 25 into what will give us 300? We can divide and see. We can divide 300 by 25. 25 ones are 25 minus, I can borrow here, 10 minus 5 is 5, 0, 50. 25 twos are 50. So that means 25 into 12 will give us 300. Now let's multiply the numerators. 18 into 12. So 18 into 12. 2 8s are 16, carry 1. 2 1s are 2 plus 1 3. Second statement, 1 8s are 8, 1 1s are 1. Add this, we have 6. 8 plus 3 is 11, carry 1, 2, 216. So the distance traveled by the truck in 300 minutes is 216 kilometers. Or we can ask the question, we can answer the question in 5 hours. In 5 hours, the truck will travel 216 kilometers. So this is our final answer. So with this, we come to the end of this exercise. Thank you, children.